So when you feel like you want to give up on something in your life, I'm gonna suggest for you to stick with it, um, and to figure out ways to navigate some of the challenges that you're actually facing. And we all go through this. That there are moments in life I want you to sort of think about as much of life is simply just a lot of nothingness, and our mind tends to wander and tends to go, at least for me, maybe I'm not representative of everybody, but I tend to go negative, and I tend to beat myself up a tremendous amount whenever that there isn't anything, any feedback, or when I get feedback. um, it's often so crushing for me that I just want to give up. And it's a very easy response for all of us to go through these things. Um, I'm not suggesting, there's clearly moments where you should give up on something. Some relationships that are absolutely abusive, right? If you're in an abusive situation right now, don't think that you can change those people. You can't, right? You're not going to be the one that's going to change somebody that's abusive. Um, You're not going to be the one to change a large system that's broken. That's not what's going to happen. However, if your arena is tiny, you have a very tiny arena that you're looking at and you're playing within, and you just have this feeling of like, this is ridiculous. I'm not making any progress. I don't know what the heck I'm actually doing here. I want you to sort of say, wait a minute, maybe I'm just not in the right time and place at this moment. And maybe I shouldn't give up on it. And I think that that is almost always the call for somebody that is doing something that is entrepreneurial, innovative, something that nobody else has seen before. And this is true of people that are in, starting a new business, a new venture, but also people that are within a larger corporation. Don't expect to have everything when it all begins. Like, I think it's easy to get caught up in the view that you know everything, right? I think that this is the fundamental problem that we all face. We all believe we know everything, right? I think that's an easy thing to sort of assume we have, and we do. We have a pretty good understanding of our tiny little world of one. But there's other things that are going on. There's a complicated process. And sometimes it just, it's a challenging thing. Right. So if you view your world of one, right? So just yourself, and it's a game of man versus nature. It's kind of a game theoretic approach that people have used, where you are playing against the natural world. Nature's not going to be easy on you, right? Like if you ever watch those shows like Alone, or um, I don't know what's the one where they go. Yeah, there's Alone. The one that they go into like Africa and stuff and spend 24 naked and afraid, those kind of things. It's very much a game against man, or whoever against nature. And nature is unforgiving. I mean, most of those people don't make it. It's very, very difficult. It's very harsh reality. And this is true of any setting, whether you're in a cushy seat and you're sort of, you have your life all put together and you're trying to create something, another, venture or something like that, or, that you don't have your life together. You're on the street right now. You're listening to this as somebody that's homeless on the street. Life that nature is unforgiving. It's a harsh reality. But I want you to not give up. And I want you to realize that there is a lot more to it by simply just getting back up and do it again. And if you realize that it's often just kind of situational things that are happening, and the situational things that are happening make it so that it's man against nature, right? And if you're in the right place in the right time and you meet up with the right people, you find the right people, all of a sudden the game is not man against nature. It's multiple people against nature, but also against each other, clearly. But it's a little easier. And I want you to view this as a lot of a series of situational moments where you just don't have the right resources. You don't know what to do. It's a mess, but that's okay. And I want you to continuously repeat that in your head, that this is all a mess. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's okay. I can feel like a bumbling fool, as they call it, and that's okay. I don't have to have all of the answers. I don't have to know what I'm supposed to do at every given moment, but that's okay. That's why we often have other people in our lives, other institutions, other things that fill in those gaps. Now, the challenge becomes, how do you find the right people? What is that search process is a challenging thing. And I'm going to admit it's extraordinarily challenging and it may take forever. And people are going to lie to you. And there is a lot of, there's a lot of jerks. But you take a step back and you think, okay, I'm not there where I want to be at this moment. That's okay. I can be a bumbling fool. I can get back up and I can change. I can keep going. I could take these steps that I really need to do. And I'm going to continuously do this until who knows, right? There is no end. That's the thing. The end is when it's all over. The big shebang is all done. But I can get back up and I can repeat. I know that what I'm doing, as long as it's well-intentioned, as long as you believe in it, that you can get back up and do it again. And I want you to remember that even when you're alone, it doesn't mean that you're alone. It just means that you're in the wrong place, the wrong time, the wrong situation, but it doesn't mean that you are wrong. And if you get negative feedback, it's one person's opinion, and who the hell are they anyways? I want you to remember that. They don't know blank. I was going to say something. They don't know blank. And you get back up and you do it again. And you keep trying. That's it. That's the story. And I encourage you to do that. And always remember that you're doing the right thing. And that's it. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day. Now I got to figure out how to turn this off.